Okay, so here we are again with this, and I'm ready to work on these prominent trees here in the front, right? The main part of this painting are these trees, okay, in the foreground here. So let's look at the trees here in the reference photo, and I'm getting real close. You can see all the different colors. You can see the bark texture, right? You can see how the light shines it up in certain parts. You can see where the darks are. All right, so there are those trees. Okay, and here's my painting. Okay, so I'm going to look at the darks first. I'm going to start with the darks. That's easy. Okay, so where I see a dark, I'm going to add this Prussian blue. This is just a regular Prussian blue. We'll start here, and if I need to go darker, I can always go darker, but let's just start with Prussian blue and see what it looks like. So I'm just going to go right where I see darks. I'm going to add this Prussian blue right over the top of that. Alright, I think it's easy to work dark to light. So I always kind of start with my darks. I figure out what dark I'm going to use. A lot of times it's a Prussian blue or a blue, like a dark blue in this range somewhere. Sometimes a dark brown works here, but I don't go with black. Again, black is very strong. Black comes forward. I might use black. I actually have a black Neopastel right here that I might end up using here, but I think this Prussian blue is going to get the bulk of it, and if I need to go darker, I'll just put that black in there. Right, I also have a dark brown, I believe. Oh, maybe I don't. Alright, so it's just this brown right here, black, and this blue. These will be my darks. Okay, so I'm just kind of going through, looking at my reference, and where I see a dark, that's where the Prussian blue goes. Alright, start with the darks first. I think it's easiest that way rather than getting in them later. Okay. Let's see, this one's got some darks here. Alright. And we'll just kind of make our way through this. Now my light is coming from the right here, so the dark part is always, of course, going to be on the left side of the tree trunks and branches, right? Because the light's coming from the right, so dark's on the left side. So got to pay attention to your light source, where your light's coming from, and add in those darks. I have a feeling I'm going to bring in that black and go over the top here in some of these parts here, but not the whole thing, but we'll see. Alright, kind of fill out those trunks. Alright. Maybe every once in a while I'll add a branch. Kind of a darker branch here. Right all the way to the base here. Okay, this one too. All the way nice and dark. Dark here at the base of the tree. Right, and down in here where this bushy plant here, whatever this is, put in some darks. Some dark Prussian blues in there. Alright, let's go to this one here, a little bit more over there. Okay, let's go to this one, do the same thing. Add in those darks. Okay, here we go again. So, let's put in the darks. Yeah, I'm definitely going to go a little darker than this blue is giving me because I want a darker contrast here, and I need to go darker, so I'm going to put a black here on top of this blue in some parts and see what that looks like. Alright. But yeah, like in those the darks. Okay. Alright, let's see what the black looks. So this is a black Neopastel. It is dirty, as it's been collecting up colors from the other sticks, but let's go and clean it up a little bit so you can see it is black. Normally I don't like to use black in landscapes, but since I'm limiting myself here to just 2 brands and I don't have some of my other darks that I normally use, like my Sens particularly, 007, we're going to have to use a little bit of black. Okay? But we're going to use the black on top of the blue here, and we're just going to see what that looks like here. Yeah, that's going to work out. It's a nice deep color on top of the blue. It kind of tones that down, tones the blue out of it a little bit more, and adds a darker mark here, which is what I'm kind of going for. So I work out my darks first, find out what those are going to be, and then we'll start adding into this color, the texture and the color of the tree itself. Okay. But I always like to establish those darks, those values first, and then worry about texture and color as I keep going through it. Noticing I'm not coming back and touching with my finger. Well, I could if I wanted to, but I'm not doing a lot of blending here because I want that texture to come forward to us, right? So if I don't hit it with my finger, then I get more of that textured feel. Yeah, that's going to work out. Okay, let's put in some darks down in here, some of this black. Okay, maybe even in here at the base of this little twig bushy thing right here. Put in some darks down in that area. Alright, now let's come in with a lighter brown here, and we'll go right where the light is. This is a kind of a medium brown. I think I want to go a little lighter than that, so let's see what I got here. Here we got some browns here, some lighter browns. Okay, let's just see what this one looks like. This is a nice light brown. And let's just see what that looks like here in this section here. Not too bad. We'll go ahead and use this for right now, and then we'll continue to go light, 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 and really add color to this tree. This is a good start. This warm brown color here. Get a little closer here, you can see the marks I'm making. Right, and then we have a branch here. Some of it gets light, some of it stays in the dark. Right, some of it hits the light, some of it doesn't. Over here, this one gets a lot of light. We'll come in with some lighter colors here on this one here, but we'll start with this brown. Okay. I definitely want to go lighter here in a lot of this section, but that was a good start. Let's see what this it's more of this rusted red color here. See what that kind of gives us here. Ooh, that's a nice bright one. I like that. I want to get a little bit more of an ochre though, but we might use that, so let's find an ochre. Something like these two here, right? These are just your standard ochre colors. This is a really light one, kind of a golden one there. All right, let's see what these do. These two guys do, and maybe I'll even use some of this peach here that I use in the background. But we'll start with this ochre here, because right here it's getting a strong light here, and the ochre color really pops through. All right, and I'm just going to put a little pressure down. Try to get some bark texture going here. So we're going to find a clean part of that stick and kind of push into it. See if we can get that color to sit down there. There we go. Alright, not bad. And here's that rusted color here. We'll put some of that in there. Alright. Okay, not bad. Let's keep going with this. Where was it? It was this one right here. It's got a really nice goldenness about it that I really like. And this one's going to have a little bit of green here, so let's find a green. Maybe one of these guys right here. Right, different kind of greens there. We'll put these up here. Probably going to come in and use those in a sec there. Alright, and yeah, let's keep going. Right. And where I want the stronger light, I just put more pressure down. I'm really pushing in, dropping more color down, okay? So more pressure equals more color equals a stronger light. Okay. And you can see how I'm working the edge of the stick into that. Okay. Now maybe right here we're going to go towards more of this peach color here, because it's getting a different kind of a light right in there, huh? So you can play around with that. Maybe we'll add some of that to right here too. Right. And if I lose any of that dark, I can always come in with this black. Whoop, hang on a second.